Hey guys, MasakoX here, and it's time for another edition of The Comment Section. Yeah, it's actually been a very exciting week. A lot of changes have happened to the channel. For example, I'm now no longer part of Fullscreen, that network. Yeah, things were just very quiet there. They didn't really do much for me. Once they kind of signed me up, they just forgot about me, really. But hey, if anyone wants to hear more about that, I'll make a separate video if you want to know. I'll put a little poll up there. Also, I have postcards! So if you'd like to have one of these with my autograph on it, maybe, perhaps, then just send a self-addressed envelope to PO Box 203, BORDON, GU35 5DS, and obviously my name on there, because otherwise who knows where it would go to. But yeah, these are free of charge, so you don't have to pay for these. Just send an envelope, piece of mail, letter, or something like this, with a return address, and I'll send one back with whatever you'd like me to write on the back. Oh, and by the way, this is what it looks like close up. Thanks, Malik Studios. The guy's a wizard. Now on to questions! I know that low self-confidence can be an issue sometimes, but what about overconfidence? How do you stop yourself from becoming arrogant? I've recently had trouble with this, and it's gotten into near catastrophic trouble. Is there any advice you could give about this? First of all, it's important to remember what got you there in the first place. So for example, every day when I'm doing Team 4-star work, I always think to myself, and I know that this may think I'm being corny or like, oh please Masako, surely you don't think of this, you're just being pretentious and cheesy and corny. No, I actually do think this. I'm lucky that I'm even able to do this. This was a major risk in my life to be able to do something on the internet, and it's worked out well. Touch wood. I mistouched the rubber there. Whoops. Yeah, that's what keeps me grounded. Just remember that I'm doing this to make people happy. And this isn't me for doing this for my enjoyment primarily. I love doing it, don't get me wrong, but it's because people love what we do and they want to see more. So we're doing it for them. Also, being arrogant's not really attractive. You're not really going to win friends with being arrogant and overconfident. What is your favorite Digimon? I really dug Tentomon. And I guess that's kind of why I ended up playing Izzy in the original Abridged. Just kind of like, I got to voice Tentomon! And Tentomon was the closest voice I could do! Izzy! What are you trying to do? Do not cross the streams, Izzy! Ugh. What's your least favorite Pokemon? Has to be Unown. It's just a gimmick. It was there to promote a movie, because it only knows one attack, and it's just not that inspiring in terms of a design. I get what they were trying to do, but the Pokemon's meaningless, really, and I did catch 5 or 6 when I was a kid, but I was stupid as a kid, but now I'm not so stupid, and I would know just to stay clear away and keep those unknown. If you guys do go to the Boo Saga, will you be doing something similar to Sean Schemmel's interpretation of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, with a more gruff, lower-pitched voice? And if so, can you show us what it would sound like? I hadn't really actually thought about the voice, but I guess it would probably follow that same vein of just getting a bit lower and gruffer. Okay, like normal Goku's kind of like up here, and he's kind of like la 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 la, and then I kind of guess like Super Saiyan 3 would be kind of like here. This is what I like to call Super Saiyan 3. Oh yeah, look at my hair. Yep, I can't wait to go even further beyond. And 2 minutes of screaming. You'll be okay, throat. You'll be okay, just believe. Hey Masako, before I give the question, I just want to say I've actually been following y'all since 2008 when you were doing Naruto Abridged. 8 years, man. That is a long way and I'm glad you made it that far. Well, thank you. And God, I feel old. Anyway, my question is to you that I've had a lot of encouragement from my friends to be a voice actor, and it took me a lot of playing games, watching anime, seeing abridged, have lots of fun, just like I do with friends, and realizing what I can do with my voice to help me decide to be a voice actor. I have an Oumbopo microphone OP666, which was $10. So tell me, Master, if I can call you that. What is the first step to being a voice actor, or at least make small little abridges? Well, first of all, it's just get yourself out there. Look on places like the Voice Acting Alliance and other boards and tweets and YouTube videos for auditions and just record for it. You know, it's all about experimentation and just be prepared to have a lot of rejection and it'll make all the successful castings very satisfying. Just simple as, really. Get yourself out there. What do you think about the Sonic series? Yeah, I was a Sega fanboy and I did love Sonic, and I loved Sonic R, and I'm not ashamed for it. Living in the city, you know you have to survive. But I did love the games, and I still do like Sonic, but I've never really played much of his games recently, and probably judging on the recent ones, that's probably for the best. When was the last one? Sonic Generations. Yeah, Sonic Generations was great. So yeah, I like Sonic. Did you ever study things like media and actually gain skills on how to make these abridged videos? Well, while I was actually beginning Naruto Abridged, I was at university and I was specializing in editing, because in the first year we were kind of learning the basics of stuff and production and technical stuff, and in the second and third year we could specialize in a particular field, and I chose editing because it's what my dad did. He did some of that and my grandfather did that, so I was kind of like following the tradition, and then I was working on abridged stuff in the background, and honestly, I can say this now, I learned a lot more by doing stuff at home and doing trial and error and working with somebody and producing stuff at the internet than I did at university. But the university was important, but it gave me the basic know-how and the mental aptitude, but in terms of overall practical experience, just make your own stuff as well. When Goku and Ginyu swapped bodies, did you still voice Goku in Ginyu's body or voice Ginyu's in Goku's body? Yeah, that was kind of complicated. For those of you who don't know, it was from DBZ episode 23 when Ginyu does the body switch technique with Goku. And originally we were just gonna like do, you know, voice swapped, personality same. But no, Kaiser came up with the idea of swapping myself and Antfish, who played Ginyu, in terms of personality. So we kept the same voice because it makes sense, because vocal cords will remain the same, but personality's different. I pretty much had to kind of like act like Ginyu, and pretty much just kind of keep the high voice here. So, oh yes, Goku was it? You have that kind of high power level there, because Ginyu is quite sophisticated and nuanced, and he would have that kind of thing up here. So I kind of have to do that. And I remember that I really struggled at first, and this was like 5 years ago, and it was hard for me to keep up, and I felt really, really bad for that. But now, it's not so bad. What are you looking forward to doing in DBZ Abridged? Gohan Super Saiyan 2? I can answer that right now. Also, if you could have any power, what would it be? Super speed. I've always been a believer in that. Whenever I'm playing a role-playing game or LARPing or anything like that, I always build up agility or speed in my character. You could either have a powerful character who has mega powerful punches, but the speed is nothing, so you could easily dodge it. Or you could just have a really super fast guy who can dodge stuff and then travel at like the speed of sound with a punch. That's gonna be just as powerful. And also then you can dodge it and the person's not gonna see it coming. So that's the way I see it. Speed, force, laws of physics. What is your number one guilty pleasure? The one that no matter how terrible it is, you can't help but enjoy anyway. Yeah, this is gonna sound a bit boring, but really, I'm just a techie geek. And I actually like watching compilations of idents of channels and stuff. It's actually something I don't get myself, but I can watch like 20-minute videos of compilations of idents like NBC's or like BBC or Channel 4. Like there's a series called ITV in the Face, which is just the history of ITV idents for local areas that I just got absorbed in. It was like a 16-part series and I watched them all. I find it interesting. What can I say? Who's your favourite Let's Play or game-centric, if you don't really watch them, YouTuber not a part of Team 4-Star? Well, I don't actually really watch many, but I do watch Markiplier. And yeah, he is funny, and I think he's cool. And also, it was kind of cool that he actually knows about Team 4-Star, so yeah, that's kind of cool. Markimu, you're cool. So yeah, I like Markiplier. In DBZ Abridged Season 1 and Season 2, you were giving the voice to Master Roshi, but now it's Lanny Pator who's doing that. Why did that happen? Yeah, I did voice him in Seasons 1 and 2, but for Season 3 onwards, it moved to Lanny. And the reason why is because in terms of the way they were going with that character, I wasn't able to keep up with it at the time. So the decision was made to move to Lanny to do it. So, that's simple as that, really. Yeah, I was sad to lose the character and all, but what can you do? I never knew you liked Sailor Moon, but now that I do, who's your favourite Sailor Soldier? Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a cliche one, but yeah, I did have a crush on Sailor Jupiter when I found out about Sailor Moon when I was 12. I had no idea what this was, and the whole idea of girls in anime was new to me when I was 12, so I considered this to be like the weirdest thing, and I was so embarrassed to talk about it, especially when my dad caught me watching Sailor Moon, and then talking about it in school, because anime was not a thing in like 1999 and 2000 in my school and world. I actually referred to it by the Latin name of Nauta Luna, just to kind of get like, you know, it's kind of a code name. Nauta Luna. So what is your favorite character in any anime ever? That would have to be Ruri Hoshino from Nadesico. She is just so deadpan. She's more intelligent and wise than any of the adults around her. Carried off this aura, and she was kind of like the archetype of the moe back in 1996, 97. Not to mention she's just cute. Fundamentally, it's just the way her character arc begins, because at first she's just kind of emotionless and cold. She doesn't really have any emotions, but towards the end, she actually becomes quite compassionate, and her development in terms of her character and persona and just overall emotions is just so incredible. The journey of her character is just astounding. In fact, there are a couple of episodes which did make me cry about finding out where she came from. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. Ruri Hoshino from Nadesico. And finally, can I ask Norman Gamington Smythe a question? If so, how and where does he get his suits? Well, I can ask him. I mean, I can just go and say, "Oi, Norman, can you just do something for me?" Thank you, Game & Watcher 96, for your question. And in answer to your question about where I get my suits, I get them from the finest tailors in the land, desperately seeking the attention of more fanfiction, where I'm able to pay them not in money, but in fanfictions. For the price of giving the original manuscript to Knuckles and the Fairy, I was able to buy my wardrobe for the next 10 years. Now imagine if I'd been able to selling my fortune in My Immortal, I would be able to live and retire right now and live the rest of my days in opulent luxury. You see, my riches don't come from money, but in fanfiction. But anyway, I shall bid you adieu now, for I have more fanfictions to catch up for the next season. Until then, everyone, toodle pip! Thanks, Norman. And yeah, I hope that actually answered your question. So yeah, there you go. But now it's just time to get on to the next part, which is Goku answering your questions in goQ&A!
goQ&A, yeah! Yo, what's up, my Go crew? And I've got questions for you. Hey, Goku, if Chi-Chi gives you a mouth present for Christmas, what did she give you for your birthday? Hand present? Well, she does hand me presents, if you know what I mean. What do you think I was talking about? Have you ever met Dumpling, and what are your thoughts about him? Can I eat him? Because his name is delicious. No, I could not eat him. I almost died. Would you rather be able to fight really strong opponents forever, but could only eat senzu beans, or eat anything you could ever want forever, but never fight again? Oh, I hate these questions! Fine, eat anything I could want forever, cause then I could just fight myself about stopping, so I could fight my hunger. Wait a minute, don't have to fight it? Then I can eat anything in whatever quantity ever! Goku, you're so smart. What is your favorite food? More. What if you found a talking muffin? Would you keep it or eat it? I would keep it, but I would eat from behind so he wouldn't know I was there. I'm sneaky like that. Man, that's just cruel. I feel bad now. Goku, I need your expertise! What is the result of muffin plus bacon? Well, it's easy, but bacon! Okay, Goku, the universe is ending, Piccolo and all the other Namekians are dead, meaning no Dragon Balls to wish everything back, and you only have time to save one thing. So which do you choose? Your best bud Vegeta, or the universe's last ever muffin? Don't tell Jeets this, but if I have the last ever muffin, he won't be around to tell me off. So, sorry Jeets, don't tell him. What do you do when you run out of bacon and... cry? Hey Goku, you want to share a bacon-wrapped deep dish pizza from Little Caesars? My answer to that is pizza pizza. Hey Goku, have you ever took a trip to the magical world known as 4chan? I hear they talk about bacon. I do have a computer. Let's go over there. Okay, time to look on the internet. Oh. Chi-Chi! goQ&A, yeah!
Thank you, Goku. And I think I'll just leave you alone to that. Thanks everyone for all your questions, and tune in next time for some more answers from the comment section. If you'd like to have a question answered, then just leave a comment below, and I'll get round to it. So until next time guys, be sure to like and to subscribe to this video and share it with your friends. So until next time guys, catch you later.